All right, this is also the place to be if you want to talk about money. It is a growing problem affecting neighborhoods and homeowners across the country. I'm talking about mortgages underwater, or simply put, people who owe more on their home than it's actually worth, which means it's hard to make those mortgage payments sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to sell the home, all those things. Joining us right now, certified financial planner Karen Lee. She's the author of It's Just Money. So why does it cause so many problems? And a good book at that it is. Thanks for letting me get a preview of that one. Okay, so Karen, let's talk about this. I thought, and many thought, we were kind of out of the woods on the big foreclosure crisis, that we were on the mends. We were getting there in terms of the real estate market, getting a chance to kind of rebound. No, so it's a big problem still, underwater
I think that our economy's in a recovery, but the real estate market is actually facing more potential foreclosures. I think I've seen up to 3 million more expected.
Why?
Just this year. It's just a backlog coming into the system, but it's affecting neighborhoods all over the place.
Okay, so what do? You find out that I owe more than my home is worth.
Right.
How do I save my home?
Right.
How do I save my finances? What do I do?
Well, the very first thing is, assuming you're not having trouble making your payments, just make your payments. Your home is your shelter. And one day, you will not be underwater. And one day, hopefully, you'll pay it off and you'll live there rent-free. So as long as you're not having problems, stay in your home and just keep making the payments. But if you see trouble on the horizon, maybe you're worried you're going to get laid off, or there's a slowdown in your business, you might want to look for a mortgage modification. You might call your lender and ask them if there's anything that they can do.
Because they want you to stay in the home.
They do, Fred, and I'll tell you, many people have said, but I called a year ago and they wouldn't do anything. Well, it's been a year and there's more coming.
Try it again.
Try it again on that one.
Okay, now what about for some, homeowners who are going to say, you know what? Maybe I should just walk away because it's cheaper for me to do that.
Let's get to that, but first let's just quickly talk about the short sale.
Okay.
Because that is an option. It is an option. What you do is you try to find a willing buyer for your house. Then you go to your bank. Let's say you owe $150,000.
Okay.
You find a buyer for $130,000. You work with your lender and say, would you accept this? Because if not, I'm going to foreclose. And sometimes they'll take it. My one caveat there is the difference, which is the loan.
What happens to that?
That loan forgiveness goes away. No.
Really?
But it will be taxable income to you next year. So talk with a tax person before you do that.
Okay.
Now let's talk about the people who are just walking away.
It sounds unbelievable, and it seems so far-fetched, but so many people are having dialogue about that. So many people are actually doing that because they say, you know what, I can't make these payments, so I'm out.
Well, let's first talk just about the people who are not yet in that situation, but they're thinking, my home's underwater, I bought it as an investment, I'm going to walk. Think real hard before you do this. It's going to trash your credit for 7 to 10 years, as well as proliferate this ongoing problem of bringing home prices around you even lower.
But people are kind of thinking the immediate.
Yeah.
I'm drowning right now.
Now, if you're drowning and there's no other choice, obviously, go talk to a bankruptcy attorney, get a consultation, because if you're going to foreclose, if you've got a lot of other debt, you might want to consider bankruptcy as well.
Wow. All right, Karen Lee. I hope next time we get to talk about something uplifting in money.
Let's try that.
And finances and future and, on the rebound. All right, we'll dig for that. Thanks so much, Karen. Good to see you.
You too.